Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss XRP and how it's currently performing, and what I think is even more important, that we are right now clearly seeing a breakdown occur on the XRP chart, and that is actually exactly what I will discuss right now. So firstly, I would like to enable the moving averages on the daily time frame. You can clearly see that we are getting supported by the 50-day moving average. As well, I think we will potentially head even further towards the downside, and a few things that I would like to discuss as well is actually the RSI and the MACD. The MACD, you can clearly see that we have seen a crossover occur in the past, and we have experienced major momentum towards the downside ever since that moment. As well, on the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly notice that we are right now experiencing almost a crossover at this point in time. And what I think is very exciting as well is that we have already seen the crossover occur on the 3-hourly time frame. Lastly, I would like to take a look at the weekly time frame, where you can clearly see that we are losing strength on this upward momentum, and that we might perhaps see a crossover occur as well on the weekly time frame, perhaps by the end of this week, if we experience major downward momentum during the entire week. And therefore, I think we might see an even further decline in XRP's strength compared to Bitcoin, but as well, very likely, even a further decline in XRP's price action. So this being said, I would like to go towards the daily time frame and disable the MACD and enable the RSI. If we take a look at the RSI, you can clearly see that we are right now currently in a downward momentum. We are creating lower highs, and what I think is even more important is that we can even drop further towards the downside before seeing a trend reversal occur on the daily time frame. Therefore, I think it is very likely that we will lose even more strength before seeing a trend reversal occur and start gaining strength once again. As well, I would like to discuss something I have seen occur on the 4-hourly time frame on the strength compared to Bitcoin chart, and that is actually this over here. You can clearly see that if I place a parallel channel, it will be seen as an ascending parallel channel, and you can clearly see that we have seen already multiple touch points on the ascending support, but as well multiple touch points on this ascending resistance. Therefore, I think this candle that we're currently seeing is a confirmed breakout of this pattern, and that we might see a major decline in XRP's strength compared to Bitcoin, and therefore as well a major decline in XRP's price action. I will be measuring this breakdown by actually selecting the ascending support all the way towards the ascending resistance, measuring it by placing this trend line right like this, and you can clearly see that we will see a major decline of approximately 5% occur once we see a breakdown occur below this ascending parallel channel. Therefore, I think we have to be very cautious right now to see where we could perhaps be heading towards. As well, I would like right now to head towards the XRP compared to USD chart, where I would like to discuss even further possibilities on the chart. You can clearly see that I've drawn as well over here this parallel channel that you can clearly spot on the 4-hourly time frame. What I think is very important right now is we have right now not been able to break out below it and see the 4-hourly candle actually close right underneath this horizontal level of support. But what I think is very important is if you take a look at the 1-hourly time frame, you can clearly see the previous 1-hourly candle closed actually underneath this horizontal level of support, and perhaps we might see this candle close as well underneath this level, therefore confirming the breakout and perhaps seeing an even further decline towards the downside. So where we could be possibly be heading towards is the $0.96 level. What I think is very important to know is that if we go towards the daily time frame and we enable the moving averages, you can clearly see that the moving averages are actually supporting us right now. The 50-day moving average has served as a major level of support, but if we see a breakdown occur, we will be heading towards the 100-day moving average exactly, and that is as well the point where I will be taking profits if we see this major decline occur. This being said, I would like to discuss the MACD and the EMA ribbon. Starting with the MACD, you can clearly see that the crossover will occur during the next upcoming hours if we see even more downward momentum getting started. As well, on the 3-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that the crossover already occurred. Therefore, it is very likely that we will see a crossover occur on the 4-hourly time frame. And what I think is very important is that if we take a look at the EMA ribbon, you can clearly see something I think is very important, and that we have already been rejected by the EMA ribbon twice. You could clearly see that this candle went all the way towards the 0.5 Fibonacci level at $1.25, got rejected at that point, and the candle body was not able to even close inside of the EMA ribbon. We have seen right now multiple candles on inside of the EMA ribbon, but those have been rejected as well, and we are right now experiencing major momentum towards the downside. So that is something very important for me right now, and as well the breakdown underneath this horizontal level of support. This being said, I think we will be very probably seeing a breakdown all the way towards the 0.97 cents. And I would like to discuss that right away on the XRP compared to USD chart on the 1 hourly time frame by disabling as well the EMA ribbon, due to the fact that I would like to show you what I've drawn over here is actually my trading setup. So why is this my trading setup? Now it's very easy, and I would like to show you why I'm actually already inside of this trade, but I would like to upload this video as fast as possible so you could join me as well right now. You can clearly see if I place this Fibonacci retracement from swing low towards swing high, you can clearly see that we are right now inside or underneath this Fibonacci level of 0.786. And what I think is even more important, that if we see a breakdown occur, you can clearly see that the 1.618 Fibonacci level is exactly at $0.97. Therefore, it will be supported by the 100-day moving average on the daily time frame, but is as well the level that we could reach during this potential breakdown. And I think that is very likely to occur. Of course, if we see even major momentum towards the downside, we could head all the way towards the 0.87 cents. But of course, right now, the target is 97 cents for the upcoming hours. This being said, I would like to discuss my trading setup. You can clearly see that I base my trading setup on this Fibonacci retracement, and I would like to give you two options. Of course, you can say I would like to enter this trade at the 0.786 Fibonacci at $1.0507, but of course you can actually choose to place your entry a little bit higher, such as I did, at $1.0550. So at $1.0550. As well, my stop loss is actually placed right on top of previous levels of resistance, as you can clearly see at this point in time, but you can as well choose to place your stop loss at the 0.5 Fibonacci at $1.0785. Therefore, you would be actually even making sure that it is very unlikely that you will get actually liquidated or that your stop loss will get hit at that point in time. Right now, due to the current momentum towards the downside, I think it is actually already very unlikely that I will be actually seeing my stop loss getting reached at 0.738. But of course, you have to stay very careful when you are trading this type of setups as well. Lastly, I would like to discuss that I already placed my take profit at 0.97, but what I think is very important to know is that I won't be actually just selling my entire trade at this point in time, due to the fact that if we see even more momentum towards the downside, I might perhaps be able to trade this all the way towards the 87 level. Therefore, I would like to just sell 50% at this point in time and head even further to all the way towards the 0.85 cents or 87 cents level before heading straight back up and expecting a trend reversal to occur. Thank you very much for watching my video. I will be uploading it as quick as possible, and I hope you do actually enjoy this video. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Cooking at the party, wifey looking curvy and the vault so clean.